today is both a monumental and sad day. This is not the kind of video that I would normally react to. I would normally watch this on my own time, but this is special, man. We have MatPat's final theory on the Game Theorists channel, bro. We've all been watching MatPat for years, bro. Come on, man. And I know he announced a while back that he's about to quit this YouTube shit. Like, he's been doing it for long enough. He did what he wanted to do. He got what he wanted out of it. He's just done. He don't have the same passion for content creation that he used to have. And so he got one more theory, and this is it. So we're gonna go ahead and check this out, man. Now, with MatPat being the FNAF lore extraordinaire that he is, I guess this will be a good time to mention that, and I'm not pointing at anything if it's the day that I drop this video, but if it's been at least a day, I got a FNAF remake gameplay. You guys should check that out. Now, without further ado, MatPat's final game theory. Let's get it. We knew this day would come eventually, but it doesn't make it hurt any less, bro. Oh my goodness. Da, 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 da. Bruh. Is this the old one? Cause that's when he changed it. Oh my God, bro. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Now, the old one is nostalgic for me. That's the one that I remember watching MatPat for all them years ago. But you know, we got this updated one too. That works.
Hello, Internet.
Welcome to Game Theory.
Where that
I got ice.
is the last time that I'll be saying those words officially on this channel. Loyal Theorists, how do you say goodbye? 13 years ago, I made you this promise.
Do you want to know more about the games you love without having to put in any work of your own? Well, now you can play and learn. That's right, Weboverse. We have created Game Theory, gaming tangential learning experience.
Well, Weboverse, here we are.
Weboverse.
30,000 videos of tangential learning later. How do you sum all that up? I already got
videos.
super weepy in the last one of these things, so probably shouldn't do that again. It'd be redundant and probably not great for the tech equipment. We've also spent the last 10 weeks together knowing that this day was gonna come, right? So
yeah.
I really feel like I've gotten my farewell tour. I've buried hatchets, I've rekindled friendships, I made sweeping videos about the state of online entertainment, fired some
Okay.
That was legitimately very cool.
I didn't see that one.
Heritage. I made Disney mad at me one final time, which, you know, felt appropriate. Got some new drip and just in general,
some new drip.
Ran my way through all the things that were left in my content creator bucket list.
Sped ran.
Ask,
Pass hits a speed run. Never heard of that.
First, it's probably most important to remind you that it's not officially goodbye, right? It's not like I'm dying or anything.
Right.
It's more of a
not the purple guy.
I'm still gonna be doing plenty of stuff. Like, I'm already booked to do the fashion show on Style Theory later this year. I'm gonna be here on the couch for GT Live. In a couple weeks, I'm gonna be giving a speech over at PAX. I was recently in a kill count. Heck, I'm already excited to do the Jacksepticeye podcast, the Ludwig podcast. There's a collaboration I'm doing with Shea Fearless Productions.
So in short, he's not completely leaving YouTube. He's just not doing game theory anymore. Okay, well, at least people can still see MatPat when they want to see him, so that's nice.
There's a FNAF musical over on Random Encounters. Like, I will be doing a lot, and you will probably be sick of me doing all these things on everyone else's channels. But if you do want to stay in touch with me, there are actually two ways that you could do it. Normally, I say something like, oh, you can follow me on Twitter, but we all know that there's like a grand total of 0 people who want to be over on that platform. So instead,
it's not even Twitter anymore.
A mysterious website named
Where'sMatPat.com.
This is going to be a place that I update every once in a while when I have news about some new project that's coming up, or, you know, a mystery that you're going to have to solve by digging through the source code. Yes, it's a ripoff of ScottGames.com. No, I don't feel bad about that because he stole enough of my ideas over the years.
Oh, damn.
Editor should drop on some deal with its sunglasses in this moment. Yeah.
Ha! Goofy face.
Make sure you sign up via email. Don't worry, I'm not going to be spamming you with updates or anything. It'll be more like a MatPat newsletter, or maybe a Christmas card that you get every once in a while with a update, or maybe we could chat about a favorite movie or something. I'll send over the occasional video that I'm just inspired to make. Who knows? Basically, this is just meant to be a way to let you all know what I'm up to directly in a way that isn't going to be subject to filtering algorithms, you know?
Right.
This week, I'll be selecting 100 random emails that sign up to get personalized letters.
Oh.
From that point forward, once or twice a week, I'll continue pulling a handful of emails to send personal notes to.
100 of them a week?
Short, make sure you bookmark it since, you know.
That's a lot of emails to send, brother.
But, all right, enough stalling. Back to the question at hand. how do you say goodbye? Well, I think you honestly have to end it all where it began. This title, A Game Theory, about game theory. Did you know that game theory isn't just a nerdy YouTube show? It's also a nerdy economics concept. If that's news to you, I honestly can't blame you.
I would say, what the hell?
We've created enough confusion online that apparently we've merited our own disambiguation tag on Wikipedia for game theory.
Oh.
In all seriousness, for the first 5 years of the show, I received so many tweets from people who were mid-year in their economics courses, screenshotting their textbooks, freaking out when they got to the episode on game. It's not an episode, it's a chapter. When they got to the chapter on game theory, being like, oh my gosh, dude, did you know that you were in this thing? And yeah.
Wow.
We definitely did. The pun.
That's crazy.
Was intentional. In fact, Steph and I knew from the very beginning that it was likely that the final episode of Game Theory was going to be about game theory.
Okay.
Well, because game theory, it's everywhere. You can't escape it. If you've ever seen the movie Love Actually, there's actually this opening monologue in it that goes a little something like this.
We live in a world of hatred and greed, but I don't see that.
Oh.
It seems to me that love is everywhere. If you look
Please
for
don't
it,
copyright
you'll
me
find
for
that
the
love
movie.
is all around.
Now you just got to replace the word love with game theory, and you basically got it.
That we live in a world of hatred and greed, but I don't see that. It seems to me that
Game theory,
love is everywhere. If you look for it, you'll find that
game theory.
love actually is all around.
Yeah.
Who would have suspected that English acting megastar and recent Oompa Loompa Hugh Grant would be making a guest appearance?
Recent Oompa Loompa.
Truly, we have spared no expense for this one.
What the hell?
Not only is game theory just everywhere, it also holds the secret to winning everything forever. Yeah, I know, right? That is a huge claim to make. Clearly,
I'm about to say,
I've
what
saved
are
all my
you-
biggest
huh?
secrets for the grand finale.
I want to win
You know what?
things.
Let's not beat around the bush anymore, my friends. Let's make you masters of the universe and reveal how, whether you like it or not, you all are theorists for life.
Oh, okay.
This way.
All right. Some Blues Clues vibes going on.
We're moving off the couch this time. That's how you know it's a big deal. Let's go.
Huh.
At its core, game theory is the science of strategy. So we gamers, we understand strategy, but what exactly is game theory specifically? Well, to understand that, you have to go back to the original game theorist, not me, this guy right here. He might not have himself the red leather jackets or the cool diamond play buttons, but I'll tell you what he does have, a crater on the moon named after himself. So I'll let you decide who has the biggest.
John von Neumann's crater.
This guy right here, he is mathematician
Nice.
John von Neumann, and he was everywhere back in the day. And I do mean everywhere. Like, this guy was a key player in the invention of the digital computer. He helped with the discovery of the structure of DNA, even the creation of key components for Oppenheimer's Manhattan Project.
Hold on, so this dude was him back then, pretty much.
Big boom. But perhaps
Hope y'all can't hear my ice moving around in my cup.
the idea that in any situation where there are two or more people, or players in this case, you can model out a game that'll help you find the best outcome. Have you ever played rock, paper, scissors and thrown out rock as the first hand? Because you know statistically most people choose their first move to be scissors. Or maybe you picked paper because the last 3 moves have been rock and they're obviously going to be throwing rock again. Well, congratulations, that is game theory in action. And he got a medal of freedom for that. So it just goes to show, don't let your dreams just be dreams, kids. Sometimes getting an honorary medal is a lot easier than you think. In short, game theory is the study of strategic choice. It's math that tells you what people are gonna do and who's gonna win the game. Probably the most famous example of a game theory scenario is the prisoner's dilemma, where 2 accomplices have just committed a crime and they're both given the chance to narc on the other one. If they both deny the crime, well, they both get a short prison sentence. If one of them denies the crime and the other rats him out, the narc walks free while his buddy is stuck in prison for a long time. And if they both confess, they both get a medium sentence. We can model the possible outcomes here in a nice, neat, mathy looking square. And while technically the best outcome for both of them would be to trust each other and not confess, they're criminals and they don't know each other that well. And because they don't trust each other, by the math, both of them narc on each other and as a result get a medium amount of prison time. Or if that all's too complicated and hypothetical, over in England, they turn the whole thing into a game show where they say the word balls and uncover
golden balls.
Welcome to Golden Balls. Golden Balls. Balls of riches, 12 balls.
Oh, are they now?
And they're all bursting with money. Killer balls. 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 Balls.
Balls.
Now, why am I
It's
printing all this
balls.
stuff. Well, game theory is more than just wads of cash jammed into a bunch of balls. Something to tell Mr. Beast that I just discovered his next video idea. No.
Why would you say that while I was in the middle of drinking, bro? I'm gonna spat my water
When
out.
the US and USSR were on the brink of atomic annihilation, the principles of game theory helped both sides reach an agreement to slowly disarm their nuclear arsenals. If you
Oh?
want to know more about that story? Veritasium's recent video
What the hell?
does a great job telling it, and honestly, I can't really improve on it. So thanks for doing all the research for my final episode there, Derek.
Okay.
If you want an example that's a bit closer to home, though,
That was a smooth
there you
transition.
go. YouTube. It's got it. See, YouTube as a platform is just a bunch of zeros and ones, right? But YouTube as
True.
a community, it's a network of people constantly trying to make strategic decisions. Creators are players who are more or less rational people making videos that'll get you to watch and
Okay.
like and comment and subscribe. You, the viewer, you're also a player in this. You're on a strategic mission to win the experience by finding the thing that's most satisfying to watch. And the people
Yeah.
who run, or at least have run YouTube in the past, shout out to Todd, Jake, Neil, Ernest, Meg, Ariel, Susan,
Damn.
David, Fede, Vader, Stephanie, and Kim. They're all in a
Goodness.
strategic game
Who are these
to keep
people?
creators and viewers happy, while also figuring out the best possible.
I don't know none of those who people were. My bad, if I should.
Advertisers and shareholders. It is seriously a complex strategic arena, and that's how you get decisions like use bright green text because it's more likely to stand out in a sea of dark gaming thumbnails and more likely to get clicks.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute now. Let me go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. Hey, look, listen, I'm still learning. We got my notes. Bright, green, text, dark, thumbnail. So for the FNAF video that I got coming out, I'm 100% doing that. Oh, y'all probably thought I was joking. Y'all thought that was a bit. No, I really wrote that note down. I'm doing it. Just watch.
Launch Shorts as a means to counterattack against TikTok. Do a video on something that's not trending so you can stand out from the pack. Or maybe you lean in.
That
so you
works
can just
sometimes.
Against the algorithm. Every video you watch, everything that you click on, it's the product of creators using game theory. Slap a big old game theory colon in front of every title and slam some clickbait green text on every thumbnail. All those hundreds of millions of subscribers to Jimmy and Ryan.
I'm gonna try the green text thing, man.
Think that they're all secretly ours. Where's our 200 million subscriber play button there, YouTube? In the
Hey.
It's all game theory. Speaking of, and this is just an aside that I learned about earlier this week, apparently there's a Chrome extension that allows you to do exactly what I just described. It, quote unquote, MatPatifies your YouTube feed by putting green text on like every thumbnail.
What the hell?
We have reached the peak of human achievement.
That a real
I, for
thing?
one, really like this one, where it's Link and saying "Mommy's hungry." That's just traumatic on a whole nother level. Or there was one that I saw circulating online: Ryan Gosling doing a puppy interview, and the title is "Birth of a Killer." There was another one that showed up on the subreddit: Afton's final death smash.
Oh?
I
What?
gotta say, I am proud of the mark that I will leave on this platform. But so what, right? You
Okay.
is game theory, sure, that's great. It's interesting, but why does it matter to you, right? Why am I spending so much time talking about
It matters to me.
the final episode?
I'm learning
Well,
things.
Like I said, game theory can help in every strategic interaction that you have. And it's produced a literal strategy guide on the best way to live out your life, tried and tested by all our grandfather theorists. To truly understand that, we have to go back to where it all began: a glorified PowerPoint presentation. Weboverse, allow me to introduce you to, lights please, the trust game. I love this. We started as
okay.
glorified PowerPoint slides and we're ending as glorified PowerPoint slides. Here's the TLDR of this one. The trust game was originally just named the Computer Tournament by a guy named Robert Axelrod. Clearly,
Was that his real last name?
conventions. Basically, this is the
Axelrod.
prisoner's dilemma or the golden balls thing, except here there was one crucial difference. They're not just playing the game once, they are literally playing it hundreds of times, repeatedly
500.
to see what strategies end up winning the most across a longer period. This then gives us a model that's shockingly closer to real life, because here, most of the time, you're not just thinking about what you have to do to win a single game, you have to actually think about the consequences of your actions.
Ooh.
The more people think about the future, the more they're willing to cooperate because they don't want to screw themselves over down the road.
That's true.
Again, for details on that experiment, check out Derek Veritasium's video where he talks about all of that, including having an interview with the game's creator. It's a very
Oh.
cool video. I also
So it is a real last name.
mention for that one, so thanks.
I thought maybe I was made up, like
You
Axelrod.
can also watch Dr. Trevor Bassett's video on the topic, or, the various TED Talks that are all about this experiment. We'll link to all of those down in the description below. But just to jump to the big conclusion here, the best strategy to winning it big boils down to 4 key points.
Okay.
Number 1, be cooperative lead with trust. Assuming that the person you're playing with is right off the bat, it's not going to serve you well. Trust in
that makes sense.
It's going to let you win more frequently in the end. Secondly,
that same concept makes sense in sports.
It's good to be trusting. That is great. But the second that someone takes advantage of your trust, the winning strategy is to call them out on it and then immediately hold them accountable. Which leads nicely then to point number 3, being forgiving. Don't hold a grudge. Don't be a Mr. Darcy.
My good opinion once lost is lost forever.
That is a failing indeed.
You tell him, girl. You are exactly right. She's speaking some game theory truth right there.
My good opinion once lost is lost forever.
Your trust broken, staying open to the chance that other people can change, that they can grow and learn and get better, that is the ideal solution here.
Yeah, because you'd want them to show you the same grace if you ever had a situation where you changed and you want them to see that you changed. You want them to just hold you to your past self. That'd be messed up. So yeah, you gotta be forgiving. Because you want them to forgive you.
The trust game showed that players who held their opponent accountable, but then forgave them, actually won out more often than any other strategy. And lastly, it's important to be honest and open about your strategy. When people can't understand what you're thinking, that's then when mistrust starts to breed. By being honest, it breeds honesty in others. It allows you to build on that trust over time.
Yeah.
Step, bit by bit. Across the thousands of rounds of testing, nice strategies that were fair, but also firm, ultimately won out the most.
Okay.
Now, when I read these outcomes, what really struck me first was how they present a really hopeful view of the world. A hopeful view that I don't think a lot of us...
I was gonna say, because that ain't gonna go like that all the time, bro. It's gonna be a lot more complications. You got all these different personalities blending together. Everybody trying to win, but everybody ain't necessarily in agreement on what strategy we should take to win. We don't, you know, so everybody want to be the leader. Not too many people want to kick back and just let somebody else take the leadership role, because then you look like a follower, and nobody wants to be a follower, right? Even if the other person is like a better leader than you. People got too much pride to admit that. So yeah, stuff ain't gonna always go that way. It ain't gonna be that smooth. You want it to be. That's ideally how it should go, but it ain't gonna always go like that.
I mean, it's easy to assume that everyone out there is out to get you, and it's easier to just close off to people who've wronged us in the past, but math, and game theory specifically, proves that assumption's wrong. And hey, if you don't want to believe the thousands of rounds of computer simulation, there is a very solid real-life example.
Oh.
YouTube. YouTube is a positive-sum game, which means that more than one person can win. And in fact, a lot of times, the more others win, the more you can win too. Just starting off, I was so mad and scared when Vsauce 3 released this video, calculating Sonic speed. I'd been working for a year on the channel at that point, grinding away and seeing a fair amount of growth, but in that moment I saw a spin-off of one of YouTube's top subscribed channels just horning in on my territory of gaming science. It was like they were gonna steamroll me. They were gonna steal my audience away. So I did a video where I tried to stake my claim, and thus, Sonic is Slow was born.
Damn. I also remember another channel called Noggin. It might not even be that anymore, but they actually did a rebuttal on MatPat's video about Sonic speed, and it made a lot of sense. It was a pretty good rebuttal. But I think he used to do a lot of those videos. I don't know where that guy is now. I don't think I've ever seen this Sonic is Slow video though.
Hello, internet. Welcome to Game Theory, applying science to video games since April 18th of 2011. Recently, however, a new gaming scientist has come onto the scene. The good folks over at Vsauce 3 recently took a gander at a game series I covered in episode 5. Great video, except for one thing, it's wrong.
Damn.
Listen to my voice in that.
You sound completely different.
I finally hit puberty, like 7 years into making these videos.
No, I don't think that's puberty. It's one of those things where, first of all, you don't have the energy. Bruh, I remember when I first started doing YouTube, and I'm not talking about this channel, I'm talking about my original channel before this channel. I remember thinking to myself, like, bro, I'm not gonna be one of those YouTubers that starts off like, when you look up my old videos, I have low energy, and I'm not talking loud, I'm not hype at all, but then later on, I started to get more hype on the camera and on the microphone. No, I'm gonna be high energy from day one. Bro, when I go back and I listen to my first ever video, bro, now listen, they were gameplays. I used to have a gaming channel, so I used to only do gameplays. During the gameplay moments, I was my normal hype self, but during like my intro, when I thought I was gonna do like a what's good, y'all, it's your boy Dairu back in this thing, it was more of a, yo, what's good, y'all, it's your boy Dairu in this thing. And I thought I was being hype, but if I go back and listen, I really wasn't. Like, dog, this shit is crazy. So that's what it is. It was a mix of, you know, it's early in your career, you're just not as hyped as you thought that you were. And two, it might be a voice change. I said all that just to go back to a voice change, because y'all know how for some reason our voices like deepen and then they get just a wee bit higher as we get just a little bit older. I don't know what that's about. It's like we hit puberty, our voices go from high pitch to deep, and then later on it gets just a teeny higher, and then it just stays where it is. And you can talk deep, like if you want to change your voice and talk deep, you can do that whenever you feel like it. But you generally don't. I don't know what that's about.
Anyway, you can tell that I'm super salty in this one, right? I'm asserting that I did it first. I'm citing the dates. I am literally trying to one up Vsauce 3. But then something interesting happened. I got views from Vsauce. I saw that their video and mine were actually helping each other.
Yeah.
I was so afraid of me losing a year of hard-earned progress. But in reality, I wasn't just operating on my own island anymore. Unintentionally cooperating with each other, we had just created our own little micro trend of gaming science content.
Yes.
There were clearly enough views for all of us.
And not to try to compare my situation or other reactors' situation to theirs. Theirs is obviously completely different. But I'm just saying that's kind of the whole thing with reaction YouTubers. You know what I'm saying? How people like to try to say that reaction YouTubers are stealing content. No, we're not. Especially if the reaction gets more views or around the same amount of views as the original video. Chances are in that reaction, there's a lot of people that's seen it that didn't see the original video, or maybe there are reactors that I watch that they do reactions to certain series that I don't even watch without them. I do not watch those series on their own, but if the reactor reacts to it, I watch it. So I'm still inadvertently, you know, watching the other person through that content creator. You know what I'm saying? Again, this whole thing about reactors actually helping content creators, I'm not talking about myself. Obviously, I'm aggressively small-time YouTuber. I'm trying to grow, but I'm aggressively small-time right now. But I'm saying the big name reactors, bro, they help. They help. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully I can be a big name reactor one day. Not just reactor. It's a variety channel. I don't just react over here. But even though the majority of my videos are reactions right now, this is temporary.
Steph and I,
God damn it.
years of consulting, kept hammering home this.
Check out my gameplays.
YouTube is a place where all ships can rise, leading with
oh man,
a long way. From inviting someone to collab on your channel to comparing notes on production because it can help you both. You actually see this kind of cooperative game theory in action with content houses or projects like the QSMP where creators are helping each other and sharing audiences. On the flip side, there are creators who haven't done a good job of leading with trust and who've approached YouTube as a zero-sum game, a place where there can only be one winner. Guess what? Didn't work. Back in 2020, a few of the top beauty creators tried to take each other down, encouraging viewers not to watch each other, trying to turn audiences against people that they thought were their competitors. It was for the clout, it was for the views, and it backfired.
Yeah.
It backfired so badly that all of their channels took a massive—
we ain't watching none of y'all then.
Which was once a main pillar of YouTube's earliest days, never truly recovered. By working together, the platform thrives, like— but by thinking that you can only win when other people lose, well, that's when everyone loses. Kind of sad. Let's move on. But if you don't want to listen to mathematicians or YouTube meta-analyses, just look at me. Game Theory, the show, is a testament to those four—
that was a nice transition.
Game Theory, the nerdy economics concept. Every person who's built this channel has led with trust. Ronnie, he put his own show on the back burner so he could dedicate his time to editing.
Oh, shout out to Ronnie.
Trusting that we would be able to succeed more together. He helped the show to truly become what I had always dreamed.
Oh, is he the one that drew that stuff?
And I honestly wish that he could be here to this day so I could thank him so much for that.
Where is he?
The same is true for Goomba and Drake.
Did he pass?
And Ryder and
Rest in
all
peace if
the
he
other
did.
partner shows who joined up with us in lieu of working on their own channels. Steph, she left being a consultant at a real company in the medical field on the belief that by cooperating, we could actually make something really special together. Jason, who is actually right here behind the camera right now. Jason, who you know as the guy that we blame all the time on GT Live. Jason was Theorist's first full-time employee after me and Steph. He jumped in there when all we had was a kitchen table and a cat that he was constantly allergic to. And Sudafed, you have this man to thank for your current net worth. and Zyrtec.
Zyrtec.
Big Zyrtec. Hey, what you know about Zyrtec? Not that we, you know,
but
not that we out here trying to, you know, advertise goddamn allergy medication, but I can't even see that. It's a bottle of Zyrtec, man. I got allergies. You know what I'm saying? I don't gotta take it every day, but I do have seasonal allergies, and sometimes they flare up. I gotta take me a Zyrtec. You know, so I take Zyrtec because it's the only one that doesn't make me drowsy. If I take like ibuprofen, it works. Ibuprofen works well for me, but it makes me drowsy, bro. I will go to sleep, especially if I take two. It's kind of like my sleeping pills. If I take 2 ibuprofen at night, I'm going right to sleep, bro.
Zyrtec,
Y'all didn't care about that, but y'all know it now.
But
all medically prescribed, though, I promise.
Yeah, no, good medical pills, not anything sketchy, for sure. But Jason is the man that we have trusted with the weight of the entire production process across all the channels for years. Like, this man is the unsung hero of everything you've probably ever watched across any of the channels. Without him, without you, none of these videos would get made.
Hey. Aww.
Thank you.
Some hug action.
They're okay? Enough for you. I gotta thank other people.
Man over here tearing up.
You know,
Fight it. Fight it.
friendship first, but also working together to create awesome stuff, right? And if you're talking about unsung heroes on this channel, there is one man who also
Just sad, bro.
out, and his name is Yossi. He is our audio wizard. He is the man who I have trusted with my voice for the better part of 9 years. He has had to suffer through more hours of my voice than anyone else in the world. I'm so sorry, Yossi. I am so sorry for all the burps and weird edits and weird diatribes and jump scares that Ali has given me over the years. Was Yossi a pro when he first joined up with us? No. But you know what he was willing to do? He was willing to learn. And I trusted him with my voice for the better part of 9 years. And the same goes for another member of the team.
I've always wished that I could get my microphone or my voice. I mean, listen, I know they be having an expensive microphone. I need to get that Shure SM7B, baby. That's what I want. I like to think that I got my voice sounding pretty good on this microphone right now, especially when I get all up in it and I talk really close to it. I don't like to talk that close to it though, because I don't know, I feel like it'd be odd to be all up in y'all ear with it. But I feel like it got it sounding good. But I do want to get my sound quality better. I'm just gonna have to buy that Shure SM7B. That's a lot of money though, baby. It's good money.
Team who you've never gotten to see, but was actually there before the channel was even monetized.
They'd be nice with the audio engineering though.
You don't
That's
know
what I was
Dan
trying to say.
But Dan was another one. He was the first who actually saw potential in me and in these channels as a whole, offering to become my manager, even though he had never managed a YouTuber before. Jumped in with 2 feet and said, hey, I've never gotten a brand deal in the past, but think I could do it for you. He did. And then he got me literally hundreds more. He has his own management company
goodness.
now, and he manages some of the biggest sports creators on all of YouTube.
Oh.
I can say with complete
Cass Nasty them too?
this company
Too
and
high?
his career would have looked totally different had it not been for Dan. And his career and his company would have looked totally different without me. He and I
Not poking
built
tournament.
businesses parallel to each other, right next to each other, using cooperative game theory for over a decade. He trusts me to make good decisions on YouTube, and I trust him to make good decisions as my manager, and we both benefit in the long run. But perhaps the most important person in all of these trusting relationships is you. You guys, right here, I wear you on my wrist these days. You loyal theorists have been the best example of game theory in the history of the show Game Theory.
Yeah.
Every time you click on one of these videos, you are leading with trust. You are saying, you know what, I'm gonna give this one a chance, especially on those episodes that are covering topics that you've never even heard of. And on my end, I've always tried my best to fulfill on that promise and make sure that your trust pays off by delivering a great, well-researched, fun, a lot of times stupid video. And yeah, there have been plenty of times where I've missed the mark, where you weren't happy about a topic, or where I said something wrong, or my research was bad, or whatever, and I needed to learn about that. And so you, acting exactly as you should, according to that trust game,
be honest.
called me out
Okay.
You showed me that I had made a mistake, but more importantly, you were willing to forgive. You gave me a chance to learn and grow as a creator and as a person. And look at this.
This is what happens when you create a history of being non-controversial on YouTube. Like, controversy can let you grow very fast on YouTube, especially when you become known for it. But it gets old eventually, man. People get tired of that, bro. You eventually want to go back to the positive shit. And like, that's what MatPat has been for pretty much most of his career. He's well liked. He's positive received. He would have highly positive review scores. You know what I'm saying? Like, people like MatPat. It's a good thing, man. So like, you know, hey, shout out to him for that.
We all won.
That's why he's able to be in the situation he's in right now.
Build together. Don't tell anyone else. I mean, there's 3 of them here in the room, but like the rest of them downstairs. You guys, you've always been the most important member of this team.
Damn.
Whether or not you ever realized it. And now, as new hosts step in, yeah, they're obviously going to have to learn a lot, and they're going to have to earn your trust just like I did over a prolonged period of time. But I hope that you approach them with the same sense of cooperation and goodwill that you did for me all those years ago. So, while I might be leaving as host of this show, Game Theory, it'll never leave. It'll never leave me, and it'll never leave you.
I feel you, MatPat.
We are all Game Theory, which honestly is why I thought it was fitting.
It's not gonna be the same though.
To be the one to say this.
But hey!
Yes, this is Theory.
That's just a theory.
Okay.
Just a theory.
Just a theory.
That's just a theory.
Okay, theory.
Class dismissed. Thanks for the theories, MatPat.
Butthead.
Oh, look at him.
Just a theory. C'est juste une théorie. Just a
What is college classes?
Just a theory.
I'm guessing that was college.
Just a theory. Thanks for everything.
But hey, that's just a theory.
That's just a theory.
Just a theory.
Just a theory.
Theory.
People are never gonna remember. We're never gonna forget this line.
That's just a theory.
That's just a theory. A game theory.
That's just a theory.
A style theory.
A food theory.
A film theory.
A game theory.
Oh, hanging it up. Look at the, oh man.
Thanks for watching.
Damn, man.
Oh man, where to?
I got something I gotta do.
Oh?
Okay.
Ready for a road trip?
Road trip.
Yes.
Let's go.
I want to see his car, like the outside. This better not be copyrighted. I'm a dancer. Is this like a full version? I've never heard this before. Somebody must have made this. That's when I start dugging on it, you know what I'm saying?
You ready?
Yeah.
Where y'all going?
I've been expecting you. We have much to discuss.
Where'd he go? Lore Keeper ending 1 out of 6. For answer where to find all the endings, check the bottom of the description. If you want to find them yourself, happy hunting. Bro, you gonna give us a ending scavenger hunt? Oh my God. This is so MatPat right here. So we have to go on the hunt for the other 5 endings, bruh. This is the Lore Keeper ending. This man is hilarious for that, bruh. What the, oh goodness. All right, well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was MatPat's final game theory. Like he already explained, he's gonna be doing a whole bunch of other stuff on other people's channels and stuff all over YouTube at different spots. But as for the game theorists, I mean, it's still gonna be going, just not with him. He's done with that, bruh. It's crazy, man. It's like the end of an era, man. It's like the book closing, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You just read a good storybook. You've been reading the book for the past however many years, 2011. And now you've read the final page and it's closing. And I gotta find another book. This is crazy. But thank y'all for watching this video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed watching MatPat's final theory as much as I did. Let me know if y'all are gonna go ahead and look for the last 5 endings. I might go ahead and look for it too when I got some time. We'll see. Make sure y'all show a lot of love to the video, like, share, and subscribe. Check out that FNAF gameplay. And until next time, we up out of this thing. This is your boy Dairu, we signing out. Peace.